Hello and welcome to the Kayden Gordon Show, today's best country mix. And joining me right here today is Salah Bachir. Salah, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am doing excellent. So why
Good.
don't we get started by getting to know you a bit and what made you want to become an author?
Well, I have a lot of stories to tell. I thought better get them out instead of holding back. And it's a lot of great interactions with people I've met over the years and how they empowered me, how they helped me, how they changed the world far more than a celebrity. So it starts with Marlon Brando to Katie Lang singing at our wedding. It has Ella Fitzgerald, Diane Carroll, Eartha Kitt, Orson Welles, Gregory Peck. You may have to Google some of these names because you're a young guy, but legends of the last Muhammad Ali, you know.
Yeah, well, I at least know who Muhammad Ali is.
Oh, that's good.
The rest of them, I don't know if they came to mind, but I will have to Google those.
Well, I hope you do. You must know who Paul Newman is. Come on, you can't be that.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
Paul Newman. Yep. Well, I don't know him. I wish, but
Aretha Franklin. You must know
yes, yep,
Aretha. Yeah.
yep. Definitely, she's definitely a legend for sure.
Yeah. And Elton John gave the book a
Yep.
great, and Margaret Atwood. Ben Vereen, you have to look up Ben Vereen. Ben Vereen is Usher's godfather. Ben
Really.
Vereen is a great Broadway. He was in Roots. He's a great dancer and singer. And Usher is performing at the Super Bowl this Sunday.
Yep. Absolutely. So you have a memoir called "First to Leave the Party: My Life with Ordinary People Who Happen to Be Famous." What an interesting and intriguing title. Tell me a little bit more about it.
It's kind of a little bit of memoir in the sense that you leave when people still want to talk to you, still want to see you before people get too drunk and get obnoxious. And it's just a title, and then if we're all doing a job, we're all doing the same thing. You could be the most famous person in the world, you still have to put yourself out there,
Hmm.
still have to get motivated. So there are little anecdotes, and it's written in a unique way. You could read any chapter at a time and still get the whole story, my story and their story, and what was unique about them to me.
So, what advice would you give someone that might want to start, writing and becoming an author?
Well, I've been a publisher my whole life, so I've kind of written and edited stuff, and so I wrote this kind of in an article form, where each one has their own chapter, and it's connected. Everything's connected in a way, and it's written that way. So it's not. But I've been a writer all my life in some ways.
Yeah, and I also see here that you have received 5 honorary doctorate degrees from a bunch of different universities:
Yes.
University of Alberta, Ryerson University, York University, OCAD University, and Wilfrid Laurier University. And what is that? What goes through your mind when you think about getting those honorary doctorate degrees?
I mean, the Ontario College of Art and Design, which is an art school, I was
Hmm.
chancellor of that art school and I received it. I haven't finished my BA, so it was great in a way, a formation that you can make it on your own.
Hmm.
You can do stuff and you can make a lot of differences in what you do, and whether you do it in the community, whether you do it volunteering, any way you do it. So it's a great validation and a great honor to receive them all and to stand up there and to tell people that keep trying, be passionate about what you want to do, and you can get it done.
I agree with you. And I think that is really for anything, you just got to put the work out there and go for whatever you're wanting to do in life.
Yeah, totally. And and my speeches have been short because a lot of those people have spent all these hours and graduated and worked hard, and the last thing they want to hear is from some old fat white guy up there telling them everything's going to be good, when it's a very tough society, very tough way to make your way around. But you have to persist, rely on your friends, rely on relationships, and believe in yourself, first of all.
Totally,
Short speeches are
totally.
the best.
Yes, absolutely. And that's when you go to receive like any award, they always want you to do less than a minute speech, and that is why.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
So, what are some of your hobbies and interests? What do you like doing outside of writing and being an author?
Um, I mean, I'm a big sports fan. I love Friends. I love listening to music. All the football, tennis, dinner parties. Love having dinner parties with friends, and getting to know people. And I do a lot of fundraising and volunteering, and um,
Good.
yeah, so it all kind of meshes together.
Totally, totally. And I also see here that you are a LGBTQ plus activist, which is, awesome. Kudos to you for doing that. And also an art collector too.
Yeah, I mean, I've been an activist and art collector of it, I, 45 years, probably twice your
Wow.
age. Um,
Yes, totally.
and yeah, I've been active and out there. And there's a community center in Toronto that a wing is named after me, which is one of the oldest LGBTQ community centers in the world. And it was founded in 1973. It has a trans program, refugee programs, about 170,000 visitors a year. I was active in gay marriage in Canada, and pretty active in the Middle East, and was active in AIDS marches in New York and the US. And I'm known as an elder. Some people want to call me elder. It's like, whatever. If it gets me a discount at the drugstore, maybe that's not.
There you go. There you go. So, if people want to learn more about you, where can they find you?
Everywhere. Salahbashir.com is my website. I'm on Facebook as Salah Bashir, on Instagram as Pasha Bashir, and they should definitely buy my book, which is the best book. It tells everything in it, and doesn't leave you wanting to know anymore till the second book comes out.
If you had one message to tell anyone that might be listening right now, whether that be your fans, my listeners, what would you tell them?
Be active, try and change things yourself, reach out to people. The message is don't withdraw in self. If you're depressed, if you hate what's going on in the world, work with like-minded people. If you hate what's going on in your life, reach out to friends and family, and there's always places to help, and don't be afraid to ask to help. It's a long message, but it's the same message. And don't internalize stuff, and try and work with people, and they can help you. There's a lot of people willing to help and wanting to help. Is that a message you'd want to hear at your age?
I mean, yeah, if coming from somewhere that, younger, from a younger's perspective, yeah, that would be totally a good message. Now, if you had the opportunity to go anywhere in the world, where would you go and why would you go there?
I've done it. I don't
Where would you
really have
go?
any. I don't have any desire to go anywhere. I've had the privilege of going a lot of places. I love going back to certain places, and I've enjoyed it. And I think the most important thing for me is our family and friends, and a space or a place, whether it's a beach or a mountain or anything else, has no real or a city. I mean, who doesn't love like Paris or New York, or but um it's not the issue for me. And I'm from Lebanon, so I mean, we have a house in Lebanon, so of course I love going there as well. But again, it's a connection with the people that I want to make, and that's what makes any trip worthwhile. Otherwise, it's just another building or another ruin.
And Salah, is there anything that I forgot to mention that you would like to mention here on the show before we go today?
No, I think it's great. I think it's been wonderful. And I mean, I feel if you get it, I'm not trying to push the book, but it does have an empowering message. It does have a message of it does get better. Things, we've come a long way, and stay strong and be hopeful.
Awesome. Well, Salah, Bashir, thank you so much for taking the time to come on the Kayden Gordon Show, today's best country mix. We definitely appreciate your time and support. And make sure to go check out his book, everybody.
Great. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.